only one way to describe this whole Cardi B and Offset situation, and that's just abuse. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. So what's going on, y'all? Yeah. We've all seen it. We've all seen the videos. We've all seen the responses from all these male celebrities. Now it's time to have a conversation about it. I wanted to honestly do a live stream and talk about it and get you all's opinions on it, but I'll probably do that later on, probably tomorrow or either Wednesday or sometime. So let's talk about this whole situation with Offset doing this public apology for Cardi B. So let's start from the beginning to catch everybody up to speed. If you've not seen the story or heard anything, make sure you go to kingofreese.com. So y'all know that Cardi B practically got on Instagram and said that the whole situation she had with Offset was over. I call it a situation because it was not no damn marriage. She let it go, she let God, and she moved on about her business, or what it seemed like. So now Offset is on this public apology tour, and he has posted a video on Instagram saying that, you know, he apologized for all the stuff that he's done, and he just wants to be home for Christmas. I think that was the first response. I just want to be home for Christmas. I don't know, some Mariah Carey tease or some shit. So he said that he apologized for entertaining these girls, even though he did not do anything with them. He apologizes for entertaining them. And the apology seemed very sincere. It was honestly funny to hear Offset speak in his apology voice, because I've never heard him speak like that. So I was like, this is kind of weird.
One thing is, I ain't had no business. I was partaking in activity that I shouldn't have been taking in. And I apologize, you know what I'm saying, breaking your heart.
So after this, a whole bunch of celebrities, T.I., The Game, some other folks, 21 Savage, have been doing this tour with Offset to get Cardi B to take Offset back. And I don't know how to tell you all that that is abuse. And I'm probably going to get very emotional in this video because I think about my aunt that was murdered several years ago. We have got to recognize signs of abuse, and this is abusive as hell. And all of the men, all the celebrities, I don't care how we trying to pin this on, oh, she needs to take it back, like love takes some work and all that type of stuff. Yes, love does take a lot of work. Like I can tell you from personal experience with family members and other loved ones, it takes some work. But sometimes it's time to leave that work and find another job. And this is too much work for Cardi B to be doing. When she took that vow with Offset, they promised to love each other, respect each other, and whatever. Offset, you stepped out on the marriage several times. Cardi B acknowledged that. She even had a song that went along to the whole experience of dealing with you. You didn't learn from that. She said some stuff, even in her like a song or something. She said, you're going to lose your wife. She changed the lyrics to that. Now she changed and said, you lost your wife, like she wanted a divorce. And to see people like T.I., who is trash, T.I. come out and say some stuff like, oh wait, you need to hold it down, or whatever T.I. said, because I didn't even read it. I don't even want to know what T.I. said. You can't even keep your color-coded wife eyeballs together, okay? So you need to be worried about you and your situation with your wife and whatever that y'all got going on for the benefit of y'all getting some coins or something. Then you got The Game, who had a whole show talking about some who wants to marry The Game. And you've been accused of some things too, The Game. Like, you need to be worried about your situation that you got in the courthouse. Then you got 50 Cent saying some stuff. You got all these male celebrities coming out and telling Cardi B to take this man back. But where were y'all at when Offset was cheating and disrespecting the marriage? Why did y'all not come out publicly and get on this man? This is y'all guy. Like, why did y'all not use their energy and say, Offset, bro, you gotta get your shit together? I bet you right at that time, I bet you was, we don't want to be in their business. And that's not what it is. Y'all don't want to see women go on. Like, it hurts the male ego for a woman to say, you know what, enough is enough, let me go. And for you ignorant, silly ass individuals who keep getting on this shit, talking about some, that my grandmama and my great grand roach stayed with my granddaddy, doing all the ups and downs, and marriages was something different back then. Marriages have always been garbage, honestly, okay? If there's good marriages and there's bad marriages, but don't be sitting here going back to a time period where black folks were drinking out of different water water fountains and women didn't have fucking jobs and access to credit and fucking education and shit and fucking careers and stuff like they do now. Don't be sitting up here talking because your grandmama had to stay in a damn marriage while your grandfather was out here like having a whole family outside the marriage. Don't be sitting here using this false equivalency bullshit to support this bullshit. Okay? 2 bullshits don't cancel 1 bullshit out. It just doesn't. And instead of seeing this like the game coming in like we gotta stick together, where was all this energy at when this woman was like basically having breakdowns on Twitter and all types of social media about what she was going through? She was crying out and she's decided to leave. Now, we get to her performing at Rolling Loud. She gets out and she performs, she get ready to do her set, and this stuff rolls out, and it's Take Me Back, Cardi B, and Offset grabbing the mic, coming out with some flowers, and Cardi B just looking at her face, and just, she was just like, this ain't it. Like, she trying to keep this hood mentality, which is toxic as fuck. She trying to keep this shit like, not right now, this ain't it. Everybody who was responsible for that shit should be fired. Honestly, I will call y'all all in like Claire did on the last season of House of Cards. I will gather all of y'all, my whole security team, everybody who knew that shit. I will fire each and one of y'all because y'all are dangerous and y'all don't listen to what I say. Like, and that speaks on how much power a woman has in the industry, because a woman's team went for the man who had been cheating on her versus the person who's paying her ass. Like Rolling Loud, y'all disrespectful as fuck too, and y'all owe Cardi B an apology. I don't even give a damn if she even wants it. Y'all owe an apology for women, period, because y'all played that shit up on social media. Y'all tweeted and said, if expecting something, oh, magnificent or something tonight. And then Offset bringing his damn confused damn Jimmy the Cricket looking ass on this damn stage talking about some Take Me Back and all this type of shit. Why do y'all want to use all this energy after y'all fuck up? Why don't we appreciate shit until it's gone? Like, I just don't understand humans, period. Like, I just don't understand. This woman has said plenty of times. And I think what the main issue is, Offset never thought that she was going to leave. He thought that she was going to be this hood, whatever stuff, and that she's going to hold him down completely. That's it. Like, she don't have a say so. All you supposed to do is hold me down, and whatever that is. And that's garbage. That's garbage ass ideology. Like, that is trash to expect a woman to go through all of this shit while you continue to do all your shit. Everybody should be fired. Everybody should be fired. The way she performed after that, I can tell that her energy was all over the place. She didn't know what to think. She just, her energy like was just not there. Then after the performance, she went on Instagram Live and she talked about the whole like people dogging out her man and all that. Cardi B honestly is going to take Offset back. I guarantee you, I'm going to tell you how this is going to play out. Cardi B more than likely is going to take him back. Offset is probably going to continue to do the same shit. We just won't hear about it as much. He's probably going to be a little bit more careful in the things he's doing. He probably ain't going to be caught as easily as he was. And this stuff gonna happen and Cardi B is gonna know about it. And then they'll probably, you know, end it probably a year or something from now. Like, we've seen this whole scenario before. We've seen this whole scenario with other celebrities and stuff. And I can speak to that shit from just experiencing life, period. Like, I know how this is going to end. And I hate to say that. But Cardi B, I don't trust this man, and I felt like I cringed watching your video of you literally like trying to make excuses, and I can tell that your energy was not right because you didn't know what you were doing when you were speaking into that camera. Every time you said something that you were not sure about, you looked away. Y'all pay attention to the video. Every time she said something that she wasn't sure about, she was a little confused, she didn't look at the camera. We all do this shit. Should I do this shit? And watching you, I'm just like, she's thinking about taking this man back. She's honestly thinking about it. And she's not thinking about it because she loves him. She's thinking about it because everybody else to be rooting for her, so it must be love. But baby, that's not love. That's not love. That's not it. Like, you've told him continuously over and over again that you love him and you care about him and all this, and he has continued to disrespect you publicly in front of everybody. Like, that's a lot to go on. And then for him to say, I'm just entertaining them like you didn't do anything, it's just as bad because you allowed yourself, even though you did not touch them, you mentally touched them, you entertained them, and you made them feel like they can, and then folks knew publicly that you were in a relationship, you were in a marriage. Like, they knew that shit. Even one of the girls said she didn't know how serious the marriage is. I didn't know know how that worked. I thought, you know, maybe like marriage is just like saying that, hey, we committed, we all our finances together, all our credit and stuff together. So this shit is serious. I didn't know it was levels to it. I think it's levels for people's marriage, period, depending on what they want in their relationship and their marriage. But I thought they made it clear that it was serious. I thought it was. Or maybe that speaks to y'all music marriage brand that y'all got going on. But I tell y'all, I think honestly Cardi B is going to take this man back, and that's just going to be it. Offset, you sitting here putting all this energy in something that you fucked up on. Make that make sense. You spending all your energy like doing all this work, and you ain't like, you were not doing, like all you had to do was just stop. Like, what does that say? If it's hard for you to stop, then what does that say about your marriage? If it's hard for you to stop, what does that say? Then you must honestly don't want to be in this marriage. If you can't stop doing this shit, and we know that Offset had sex with some of these girls. We know that shit. We know that shit. That's why like when situations happen and somebody accused Offset to being the baby daddy, nobody wasn't sure because that's Offset's behavior. But this whole situation speaks on how toxic fucking men are in this fucking planet, period. This whole situation furthermore promotes the fucking toxic ass bullshit that men fucking do. They believe that Cardi does not have a say-so in her own marriage, and they are pressuring her on Instagram, on social media, all of it, to be back with this man. And she makes money from social media. That's how she came up. So she's gonna be on social media. So her seeing that shit might seem like a sign to her, like, yes, that is some bullshit. And I don't understand. I don't get it. I feel for her. I don't want her to listen to him, but with all these folks, that is abuse. That is abuse, that is abuse, that is abuse. And abuse comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Like, look at T.I., look at the game, look at all these men who are rooting for this man and are toxic and abusive as well. And this is the, like, y'all should have had that public y'all should have had that public energy for Offset when we was out here tap dancing coochie to coochie. That's what y'all should have been doing, not on fucking Cardi B after she made a decision for the benefit of herself and baby culture. You talking about some, you want to be there for Christmas? You need to figure out where you actually want to be at. Because honestly, I don't think it's right next to Cardi. But that's all I got. Like I said, we'll be talking about this a little bit more on her live stream sometime this week to break it down, honey. This was a lot. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the whole situation with these celebrities coming out and showing support for Offset. And where were they at in the beginning when this whole situation happened? Why did these men not speak up and tell Offset to stop cheating on his wife? That's garbage that I even have to say that shit. Yikes. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.